Welcome back to the financial management subject. Dear learners, in this video, we are going to discuss about time value of money. So in this, especially, I'm going to focus on the present value of money. I'm Dr. Indrayani Katti. So let us look at what is present value of money, how it is ascertained, and what is the formula which is used, the meaning of this, and future value comparison, what are the kinds of present value of money, everything we will look at it, right? So let us look at the meaning of this. Present value is also called as discounting technique. So the present value is exactly opposite whatever we have learned in the earlier video, that is related to the future value of money. How future value of money is calculated, everything we have discussed in the last video. And the future value technique is right opposite to the present value technique, right? So that is compounding value we calculate in the future value, whereas here discounting technique, it is also called as discounting technique. Why? The present value is nothing but we discount a rupee. Okay, so how this is all is done and what is the exact meaning of this, let's look at it. The present value shows what is the value today of a future sum of money. It is a method of assessing the worth of an investment by reversing the compounding process to give present value of future cash flows. So that's why it is called as discounting technique. In future value, money invested today appreciates. It will be more because of added interest to the principal. That is why the total future value, the quantum of future value, future money is more. Whereas the present value of money to be received in future will be always less. So let us look at this diagram. You will get to know what is this present value. Okay. Present value time scale is there, that is rate of interest. So that rate of interest here we have taken as a 10%. Okay. So this is year 0. It is 0 year. It's a starting point. So from here to a passage of 1 year. After passage of 1 year, if you deposit rupees 909, okay, after 1 year, we are going to get 1000 rupees. So how much it is? It will be 1000 rupees. So this is what is appreciating. Okay. What is appreciated? Money is appreciated, not the value. 909 rupees will become 1000 after 1 year. So this is what we call it as future value. Okay. So reverse of this is known as present value. What is it? See, in future, if you want to receive 1000 rupees, right now, how much to invest? We are coming back, right? So reversing, we are inverting the process of future value. That's why the amount after 1 year, whatever it is there, 1000 rupees is there. If you want to get it after passage of 1 year, how much is the, the present value? Right now, how much I should have to invest? So the value of P is obtained by the same one. What is this is? We use to calculate the present value. That formula is here. So the present value is equal to future value divided by, it is division, divided by 1 plus r raised to n. It means, see, for example, 1000 is there. 1000 multiplied by or divided by 1 plus r raised to n. This is what the formula is. Okay. So future value is also, that rate of interest is also represented by using the notation I. Here it is I raised to n is 1, same to r raised to n. Okay. So 1 plus r raised to n is similar to 1 plus I raised to n. Depends on the usage of the notation. Okay. So let's look at this chart. so that you can understand the discounting technique. Free cash flows are there. So from here, let us start. Okay. So this is the arrow that says you the future value calculation, the discounting factor, how we are going to calculate the discounting factor. The present value is known as, what do we do here is we discount. So how do we derive the discounting factor? This is what the formula of deriving discounting factor, that is 1 divided by 1 plus I raised to n. This is the common equation which is used to arrive the discounting factor, right? So here, every year cash flows are there, $100 in the first year, $100 in the second year, same third, fourth, fifth year. Let us stop here, right? So what is this all is, in a 0 year, 1 rupee is equal to 1 only. After passage of time, it loses its value. So how much $100 after passage of time has become? This is what we are going to calculate. So how it is calculated is by calculating the present value factor. So this is known as present value factor. What is present value factor? Present value factor, how it is calculated? Okay, so how it is calculated is the formula, the equation for this is 1 divided by 1 plus r or I raised to n. Okay, so now 1 divided by 1 plus r raised to n. In the first year, raised to n will not be there. The equation will be 1 divided by, this is what the first one, 1 divided by 1.10, because 10% rate of interest if you take. Okay, so it is 1.1. 1 divided by 1.1 is equal to, what is that? Here, 91 rupees. So we have derived 91. $100 is now equal to $91. How it is all is 1 divided by 1.1. The answer we get here is 0.909. When this is multiplied to $100, $100 multiplied by 0.909, the answer we get is, this is what 2 digits we have taken here as $91. The same case in the second year, $100 is multiplied to, the present value. To calculate the present value, 1 rupee is discounted. 1 rupee is divided by 1.1 plus r raised to n. Okay, so here we get the present value factor. This present value factor is used to multiply it with the future value, so that we will arrive the present value, right? How it is done is, present value is equal to future value multiplied by, what is multiplied by? Present value factor. So how this present value factor is derived is, PVF is equal to, what is it? Tell me. 1 divided by 1 plus r raised to n. Okay, so whatever the factor we derive, that is called as present value factor. That present value factor is used to multiply it with the future value to arrive at the present value. I hope all of you are following. Present value is equal to future value multiplied by PVF. So how PVF is calculated? Present value factor is calculated. The formula for this is 1 rupee is divided by 1 plus r raised to n. So whatever the number of years it is. Okay. So after deriving this present value factor, the same is used to multiply it with the future value. The same case we have done here also in the second year. Coming to the second year. So $100 is invested. See, $100 is there. We are calculating the $100 present value at the end of second year. Okay, so present value factor is calculated using this one, 1 divided by 1 plus I, that is I is 10%. 10% is nothing but 0.10. Okay, so that is added to 1.10 raised to how many years? 2 years. Okay, so when it is calculated, we derive the present value factor, that is 0.83. So this factor is multiplied to $100 to arrive at the present value of $100 after passage of 2 years will be equivalent to $83, right? The same case will be equal to $75 after passage of 3 years. $100 is equivalent to $68 after passage of 4 years. Fifth year, it is equivalent to 62. So this is day by day, year by year, the $100 value is declining. So first year it was equivalent to 100 only. $100 was equivalent to $100 in the 0 year. After passage of 1 year, it is equivalent to $91, $83, $75, $68, $62. Likewise, day by day, year by year, the value of rupee declines, the value of dollar declines. How it is declining is by using the equation, we can calculate the rate of interest is going to be the important factor here. So the same rate of interest is ascertained or called as a time scale, right? Present value time scale. Okay, I hope you understood this chapter, this part also, this diagram also. Let us come to the classification of present value, how we are going to calculate the present value of different sums. So what are those? Classification can be made, discounting technique or present value technique may be classified under the 3 heads. The first one is present value. Okay, present value of a single sum. The first one is present value of a single sum. How to arrive this? So there is a formula. Present value equal to, how do we write is future value divided by 1.1 divided by 1.11 plus. So I will show you the equation in the next line. So that is simple, very simple. Okay. So let us come to the second one, technique. Let me write this equation if you're not okay with this. Okay, see now. So what we are calculating here, present value. How it is calculated? Present value is equal to future value, right, divided by 1 plus r raised to n. This can also be simplified. So in the next slide, I will show you how it is all done. Okay. So let's, second point is present value of multiple flows. So single flow means single amount is there, single cash flow is there, single sum. So we are going to calculate the present value of that sum. In second case, present value of multiple flows year after year, different amounts we are going to calculate. Okay, so that is multiple sums or multiple flows also we can call it as. And the third one is present value of annuity. Okay, so equal series of amount will be there. So the same series of amount present value we are going to calculate it in the third. But in this video, I'm more focusing on the present value of a single sum. Okay, so let's come to the problem. Simple problem we have taken here. Find out the present value of rupees 10,000 to be required after 4 years if the interest rate is 6%. Okay. So what is the present value? See, look at this. What all are given to us? Future value is given. Future value is how much? 10,000. The present, calculate the present value of rupees 10,000 to be required after 4 years. We require this 10,000 in the future period. After 4 years, rupees 10,000 we are in need of. Okay, the rate of interest is 6%. And what is right now the present value of this we are going to calculate. The formula is to calculate the present value. No, PV is equal to future value divided by, okay, future value divided by 1 plus I raised to n, right? So this is what I have just now told you. Future value is equal to, sorry, present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus I raised to n. Okay, so how it is done. Now take future value is 10,000 rupees. It is taken here. 10,000 is divided by 1 plus I. I is how much? 6%. Okay, so that's why how do we write here is 10,000 at 6%. Okay, for 4 years. We have to calculate the present value of this, right? So that's why it is 10,000 divided by 1 plus I is 6%, that is nothing but 0.06 raised to 4. So this raised to 4, how to calculate? How to calculate this part? So it's very simple. That is 1.06 raised to 4. In calculator, what we will have to do? 1.06 into 1.06 is equal to, you press is equal to, it shows of 2 years. Next is equal to, it is of 3 years. Next is equal to, that is of 4 years, right? So 4 year, we get the factor, that is PVF. Okay, so PVF is how much? Present value factor we have derived is 1.262. So this is used to divide rupees 10,000 future value. 10,000 divided by 1.262 is equal to rupees 7,924. What does this mean? Okay, the interpretation of this problem. How are you going to understand this problem is, an amount of rupees 7,924 is to be deposited into bank to get rupees 10,000 at the end of 4th year at an interest rate of 6%. Is that clear to everybody? So the interpretation of this is, after 4 years, we require 10,000 rupees. So how much we have to invest right now? An amount of rupees 7,900. This is what is present value. This is what? Future value. Okay, an amount of rupees 7,924 is to be deposited into bank to get rupees 10,000 at the end of 4th year. After 4 years, we want 10,000 rupees. So at the rate of interest is 6%. So right now, how much, what is the present value right now is 7,924. This is what the interpretation of the above problem, right? So let's move on to the next scene. Okay, what is this? Look at this. You have to receive rupees 5 lakh. After 5 years, you are in need of 5 lakh from now. Okay. Your time preference for money is 10% per annum. Time preference for money is 10% per annum. That is nothing but interest rate. Calculate its present value right now. Right? After 5 years, you require 5 lakh. So how much you need to invest presently right now? How much do you require? How much do you have? Or you have to deposit to get rupees 5 lakh at the rate of 10% interest. Okay. So let's come to the equation. PV, present value, is equal to future value divided by 1 plus I raised to n. This is written. So future value is 5 lakh. And divided by 1.1. 1.1 is nothing but 10 divided by 100. 10 divided by 100 is equal to 0.1. We get when this 0.1 is added to 1 plus 0.1. This becomes 1.1, right? The same 1.1 here I have taken. That is 5 lakh divided by 1.1 raised to how many years? 5 years. So multiply this for 5 times. That is, in calculator, what you will have to do, only 2 times 1.1 into 1.1. Then onwards, start pressing is equal to, right? 1.1 into 1.1 is equal to is of 2 years. Then 3, 4, 5. 5 years, if you multiply that, then you will get 1.611 as a factor, right? So this factor is to be divided, 5 lakh divided by 1.611. So the answer you get is 3,10,366, right? The answer is 3,10,366. Right now, the present value, you need to deposit 3,10,366 to get after 5 years rupees 5 lakh, okay, at the rate of 10%. This is one style of calculation. The other style is also there. What is this? Is PVF, present value factor. First, calculate the present value factor. Okay, present value factor. Then the same present value factor is used to multiply it with the future value. Right? Getting my point? What I am telling is, first calculate the present value factor. Okay. So how to calculate the present value factor is a question before you. The formula for calculation of present value factor, here it is. PVF at the rate of interest, whatever the rate here is 10%, and number of years is 5. Okay, so is equal to, for 10%, 5 years, what is the present value factor? So this present value factor is used to calculate the PV, present value, future value, into PVF. Okay, but this PVF, the logic lies here only in the calculation of PVF. After arriving PVF, if you simply multiply this PVF to future value, we will get the present value. This is also the alternative method of calculating present value. Okay, now how to calculate this is, PVF I for interest rate and for how many years, at 10% for 5 years, what is the PVF? So simple formula for this is, here it is 1 divided by 1 plus I raised to n. This is what is PVF is equal to, okay, 1 divided by 1 plus I raised to n, right? So what is this in this situation? What is that? Okay, what is that? Tell me. I will show here. That is PVF is equal to 1 divided by 1.1 raised to how many years? Raised to 5 years. How much do I get is 0.621. So this is what is called as PVF. So the same PVF is used to multiply it with the rupees future value 5 lakh. So present value is equal to, okay, present value is equal to future value multiplied by PVF, present value factor. So it is 0.621. 0.621 is multiplied with 5 lakh. Okay, the answer is 3,10,500. See, look at this. The same answer we get here also. 3,10,366. Little bit of difference is there. Here it is 500. Here it is 366 rupees. Right? So little bit of change is there because of these decimals. These decimals, whatever we are using, we are rounding it off. That's why there is a difference. See now here. So little bit of difference will be there, but the earlier digits will be same. 3,10,000, 3,10,000. Okay. So next figures may be different. That is also correct. I hope all of you understood. Here I'm going to conclude today's discussion. If you have any query, any questions to ask, feel free to ask it in the comment box, right? So till that, you can practice this. And how to calculate the compound value or future value is already shown to you in the earlier slide, video. And in this video, mainly I'm focusing on present value of a single sum, right? In next video, present value of multiple sums or multiple flows, as well as present value of an annuity, how to calculate the PVF, present value factor, and how to ascertain the final present value. Okay, so we will discuss that in the next video. Till that, practice it and come back.